What's up, everyone? If you saw the video where I was training for my chess tournament, it looked really bad, and I think I lost all three of the games I showed you, and I was just in a really bad slump. I've been playing really poorly for the last 3 days, but I think I finally starting to play well again. I won 10 of my out of my last 12, and this was my 10th win. One of those wins, or one of those losses I had, occurred when I think my opponent played a 100% opening, like accuracy wise. I could show you that after I show you this game. But it was a 100%, and I actually was able to play 85% middle game, so I was kind of able to even it out. But I barely lost that game, so I kind of feel confident about where this is. So here I take pawn. Now I go up a pawn, but so he puts pressure on the knight here. I originally thought it was just like actually I think it was just to take this pawn at e5, as my knight has to move or else he'll be captured. So I moved it to d4. He took the pawn at e5, and then I blundered here when I took the pawn at b5. So now I'm down a knight. I decided to try to pin his knight to his castle, and decided to put pressure on the queen. Uh, that forced me to take, and then here he has my rook, so I just slid it over to b8. So right here, I think his best move would have been to just. I think he could have either taken the knight here, even though he would have lost the rook, or he could have maybe moved his knight to c3. He decided to move his rook instead, and this allowed me to. Uh, I was actually looking, and I thought I could actually pull off a checkmate here. So if I take the bishop, the king will have to slide over to f1, and then from there I just go to f2 for checkmate. The only problem was the queen here, so to fix that, I just attacked the queen with my rook. It pins the queen to the king, and right here, I think moving the bishop to block would have been the best choice. And it would have resulted in me taking his queen, and then when he goes to take back, I fork him. But it's a lot better than checkmate. But he took it anyways, and I was able to get the check and then checkmate. Now I want to show you that game where this was one of my two losses during this incredible run. I could could do a game review for this one. Right now, okay, it won't let me do that, but I'll just show you the. So it started off at the same as the last game. Here, I actually thought he was not a very skilled player. He's starting off with the wayward queen attack. This is usually used. It's not very. It's not used normally by 1200s, and it's actually very weak. It's really weak against higher level players. It works fine when it's not 900 or lower, but it's not here. So I protect the pawn here, and he sets up for a scholar's mate. I block, and he moves the queen back. I set this up here, and we trade. Next, he actually had a really good move here, and I just have to take back. He then gets a pawn under that trade, and oh yeah, we trade the rook here, and actually I don't really know if this is the game, but I'm not really sure if this was it. So now he has these two rooks in the corner. This definitely was not the game, but I still lost it, so I want to show you guys. So here, I think I was looking for. I don't remember why I didn't trade here. Oh yeah, actually, I remember now. I think it was because I didn't want his castle to have an open file. Also, here, having the two knights next to each other like this is very bad. If he were to just put pressure or attack the pawn at f8, it would have he would have easily been able to take it. So I had to move it eventually. Here, I ended up losing a pawn here and another pawn here. So now these aren't going as well. I set up my castles. I doubled them up on the e file. I just needed him to move his bishop for some reason, like so that I could get the knight. But I decided just to get him to move the knight instead and get the check. So here, I take this pawn. I get forked here. That he takes the pawn. I take one. Now he's up by 3, and it just comes down to this end game where I made a lot of mistakes. That was probably one of them. I don't think I usually want to trade in a situation like that. He has a passed pawn on the c file. It was just a really bad end game for me. But I decided to start pushing my passed pawns, and I was hoping to somehow get there. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to promote the passed pawns, and in the end, yeah, and then he was able to promote, and I resigned here. This was just one of the games where I didn't win, but I don't think the game was terrible. It wasn't that bad. So hopefully I can win in the tournament I'm playing tomorrow. You probably won't see this video until after I play the tournament, so um, I will also have a video on how I did in the tournament coming